GN Degens, Diamond Hands, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Door Show! 22 by the Diamond Hand Media Group, brought to you as always in partnership with the Respected Rhinos Club. Follow them at Respected Rhinos on Twitter and give us a follow at the DHM Group on Twitter. And I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton, Captain Colt Soroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with your boy. Today's special guest of the day, returning for a second official appearance, but we'll get into that shortly, and do our own research together. Now, my friends, before we can do any of that, do any of our own research, dive into any nonsense or rabbit holes of any sort, a couple of things I need you to do for me. Item number one, please take a quick moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Door Show on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell down there as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. Or if you are watching on the old Bird app, that being Twitter, hit that follow button and that notification bell there too, so you never miss any of the DHM social media content. Then slide on over to YouTube. I'll tell you why here in a minute. Or
if you are listening to the podcast on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that follow button or that subscribe button or that like button right here and right now, as the audio of every single episode of The Door Show releases after each live show is complete.
Next item up on deck, you can be so kind, you can find it in that big old diamond hand heart of yours to do so while you're watching today's show. Please also hit that other like button. Leave me a comment, leave me a rating. Jump on over yonder in the live chat right on the over there in YouTube, and only YouTube, not on Twitter, only on YouTube. Here's why I mentioned it a little while ago. 3 key reasons. Number one, that's how we start every show, by saying hey, hi, hello to all the members of the Diamond Hand fam located in that live YouTube chat. Number two, it is how me and you stay in constant communication throughout the duration of each and every episode. And number three, it is how thee can enter into the daily Door Show giveaway of the day, which today we are being blessed by the legendary Dr. Dick Doofus himself with a Tribe Quokka Kid NFT. A banger, too. Red beret, fishing, starry eyes. I mean, this is the kid of all kids, if you were to get one. My friends, you can simply enter that into the giveaway of the day by commenting the secret phrase of the day that is soon to be released in the live YouTube chat and only on YouTube. See, being in the live YouTube chat is pretty damn advantageous. Last item up on tap, pour yourself a big old tall glass of Char. Send this show and this platform on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned diamond hander. Somebody who could use a little bit of knowledge and insights about the Web3 and NFT space from time to time. Can't thank you enough. When you do all those things, it only helps me and the boys make the Diamond Hand Media Group and this show here, The Door Show, bigger and better for each and every one of you. Showed up to the Door Show.
What?
Ready to rock and roll.
What?
I've been here.
What?
It's clear.
What?
It's showtime.
What?
We got Dick Doofus.
What?
Back on the show.
What?
Now you know.
What?
It's about to be electric.
What?
So sit back.
What?
Get ready.
What?
For nothing but electricity.
What?
And a nuclear power plant.
What?
Sorry, I've short-circuited there a little bit trying to think.
What?
Hey, it's the Door Show.
What?
Let's go.
What?
Woo! Holy shit. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, you can tell I'm obviously hype. It's the last show of the week. We got to have some fun. No Door Show tomorrow, just so you guys remember. Quick sip of some H2O. 1 second before we say GM. Hey, hi, hello. Pardon me. Didn't clear the old throat like I usually do, but I forgot. So you had to listen to that. Pardon me. My fault. Let's kick it off the only way we know how. Hey, hi, how you doing? What's going on, chat? How we feeling, Diamond Hand fam? Daisy, GMGN, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're having yourself a great Thursday, too. This is going to be electric. You better be ready to rock and roll. OG Muncher, GMGN, my man. Good to see you. Hope you're having a spectacular day yourself. The one, the only. Chris Ahumada, GMGN, my man. Hope you're having an amazing day on the opposite side of that screen, brother. Don't be working too hard. Speaking of don't be working too hard, Mama Bear, thanks for tuning in. GMGM. Hope you're having a TERRIFIC Thursday yourself as well. Appreciate you. Thanks for all your support. Always being here. We love you at the Door Show, and the Diamond Hand fam loves you too. 12th man, XXX, 12th man, XXX. Bad boys, what you wanna do when Sheriff John Brown done come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? GM, 12 fucking man, GM, my man. Bad boys. IYK, Voodoo, GM, brother. Good to see you. What's up? It's almost Friday. It's Friday Eve, baby. Friday Eve, and we're going to treat it like it's Friday at the damn Door Show. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being here, my man. As always, appreciate all your support. NFT 420, GM to you. Good to see you. Shout out. GM, Jody Roberts. What's up, JR? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being in here. Shout out. Yo, what up, Inu? Good to see you, my man. Happy Thursday. Londa Ray is live on the show. Londa Ray is live on the show. Hey, Londa Ray is live on the show. GM2 Londa Ray. Hey, what's up, Londa Ray? Good to see you. Thanks for being live. Appreciate you being here. GM, what's up, Moose? Shout out to you, my brother. Thank you for being here. You are right. That's okay. No problem, man. You can live vicariously through me. Just so you don't have the coyones to show up to your place of business and act like a total fuckstick in front of all your peers. Hey, live vicariously through me. Shout out to you. Toxic? GM, buddy. What the fuck? Let's go. Toxic's live in prime time. What's up, baby? Oh, shit. Good to see you, man. GM. I know you've been working your ass off. I know you've been killing it in class. I am so excited to see you in the live chat, man. Let's go. Shout out to you, my boy. Good to see you. Furniture by FJB, Travis McEwen, cutting out stickers, taking rips from the bong, and tuning in to the Doe Show. GMGN to you, good sir. I know why guys really came here. I know why. I know why Toxic showed up. Toxic saw what the giveaway was today. He said, "Oh, no way, I'm fucking missing out on that." So I know why you guys are here. Dick Doofus blessed us. I can't lie. Tribe Quokka Kid, holy FNS. Are you kidding me? Only way to enter in. Not that liking, retweeting bullshit, tag free. I don't do it that way. You got to enter the secret phrase of the day in the YouTube live chat, which for this beautiful October 20th, 2022 is hashtag Quack and Roll. Hashtag Quack and Roll, baby. 2Ks, Quack and Roll. Doesn't have to be capitalized. Just got to be Quack with 2Ks and Roll. Quack and Roll. An ode to our legendary guest today, the founder, one of the founders of the Tribe Quokka NFT collection and Haka Labs. Can't wait to talk to him. It was episode 48, 49. Not 100% positive when Dick Doofus was on. This is 92. Nuts, wild, bananas. Can't wait to catch up with him. I was telling somebody today, we weren't really even friends like that. I didn't even really know. I didn't even know Brett. I knew Dick Doofus. I didn't know Brett Somerville. Now I know Brett Somerville. This is gonna be electric. This is gonna be amazing. I didn't even know old Dick, like old Doc. I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue the dude he was. We just had a great conversation about the old Quokkas. Now I own 2 Quokkas and the damn kid. And hey, I'm showing up in Charleston, South Carolina for the fucking Quokka Cup tomorrow. What the hell's going on around here, kids? What the hell is happening? Hey, you don't like where your life is at today? Take a deep breath. Wait a couple of weeks. You might enjoy where it's at. My lips are chapped as all fucking get out, is what I will tell you as well. Emergency chapstick session. Thought I put enough on pre-show. Holy hell. And this stuff is like way too fucking thick. Wow. Holy shit. Wowza. Sorry, kids. Like, you want to be fucking just watching your host do this shit. Like, what the fuck? Good grief. That shit's like, Holy hell, it's like putting tar on my lips. I can barely fucking move them. It's like a damn lead weight on my phone. Goodness gracious. Your word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Interlocutor. 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 A formal word meaning one who takes part in dialogue or conversation. Oh, I am an interlocutor. Use it in a sentence, please, Cap. Oh, well, sure. Open and vigorous discussions with diverse interlocutors improves the qualities of one's deliberations. Interlocutor. Interlocutor. I'm not even pronouncing it correctly. Interlocutor. INTERLOCUTOR. That's why you tune into the Door Show to become smarter every single day and learn your word of the day. Interlocutor is your word of the day. Your holidays of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Forgot that we had these holidays of the day. Let's see, where are they at? Here they are. Don't you worry, it takes me a second. Here we go. Do. Here we go. Hey. Bang. October 20th, 2022 is for all you business owners. Get to know your customer day. It's also National Brandied Fruit Day. So if you've just been hanging out with a jar of some brandied fruit, now is the day when you bust that puppy open, get a little tipsy and eat it. It's also National Chicken and Waffles Day. Nothing wrong with some good chicken and waffles. If you don't like those as a dish, then fuck you. National Youth Confidence Day. Shout out to all the youngins out there. Got to have some confidence to get through this life. And it's also National Get Smart About Credit Day. Don't have shit credit, ladies and gentlemen, or you ain't going to be able to do shit with your life. October 20th, hell of a day for some stuff. You know what? You could go down to your credit union, learn about some credit, and then maybe donate $100 to the youth center while you're driving back home. Oh shit, you notice that there's a chicken and waffles place on your way home. You stop there, you celebrate Chicken and Waffles Day. By gracious, they sell brandied fruit, brandied apples. You grab some brandied apples, and then because of all of this, you and the owner of said Chicken and Waffles facility have celebrated Get to Know Your Customers Day, and you have celebrated a full October 20th. Go out there, go celebrate, kids. There's your holidays of the day for this beautiful October 20th, 2022. I know those are the gripping reasons why you came to this show, or maybe it's for the first segment of the day. Actual news about this space, Web3 NFTs. Who's to say, who's to know? Not me. I just talk into this microphone and hope that people show up. Can't thank you enough for doing so. Don't really know why you choose to. You could be anywhere else in this world and you choose to spend your time with me. For that, I am eternally grateful. And it is officially time for Word on the Chain. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Word on the Chain presented to you by Coffee Labs Roasters. Follow them at Coffee Labs on Twitter. And if you are sipping on your own Coffee Labs this morning, much like your hostess with the mostest, take your sip. Be right back. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Yeah, big three sipper. Big three sipper for your boy today. If you are not sipping on Coffee Labs already, I don't know what the fuck you are doing. I wish you would get with the program. Maybe slide down to this episode's description. Check out how you can get your hand on some Coffee Labs coffee. We even got a discount code down there for you. But I won't waste time on that. If you need it, it is, hey, tomorrow's payday. People usually go grocery shopping. Might need some coffee. Don't go waste your money at Walmart or Target or some of their off-brand coffee. Buy stuff. Support local within the local Web3 community, and you will have your mind doggone blown. I promise you. I promise you, your mind will be blown if you buy some of this coffee. But hey, it's neither here nor there. If it's still hot where you're at, I understand. But it's cold as shit where I'm at. I don't understand. It's 51 degrees. It's starting to warm up a little bit, but it was 30 degrees this morning, dropped down to 27, up to 33 as the sun was rising. It stayed there forever. Now, it's all of a sudden at 51. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Welcome to Illinois. You don't like the weather, or the Midwest in general, you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. It'll change around. But officially, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Word on the Chain. Word on the Chain has it. Item number one. Just because the doggone Sheik played this, I can't even believe I just mentioned the Sheik on this show. Holy shit. He started playing this shit and I about lost my mind. It's time to talk about your current Ethereum and Bitcoin prices, brought to you by CryptoBubbles.com.
Here comes the money.
Dollar bill, y'all. In the one spot. Until the flippening happens, I will continue to speak it into existence. Bitcoin BTC, current price per of $19,148 US, market cap of 368 billion, 24-hour volume of 23 billion, down 0.3% on the hour, down 0.2% on the day, and up 2.3% on the week. Ethereum, for all you maxis that tune into this show, ETH, you lovers of NFTs, current price per of $1,287 US. A little bit of a drop from yesterday's show. Market cap of 158 billion, 24-hour volume of 8.7 billion, down 0.7% on the hour, down 0.7% on the day, and up 3.5% on the week. So a little bit of weekly momentum there for ETH, but not a great day overall so far. But still staying even, still plateauing, still not really doing anything. Nothing major to report or write home about. How about let it flow, let yourself go? Jeff Matthews and me are fucking rooming in Charleston City, South Carolina. Hey, that is the tempo. Current price per of $1.45 USD. Market cap of 1.5 billion, 24-hour volume of 27 million, down 0.6% on the hour, down 1.4% on the day, and also down 1.4% on the week. So a little bit of gain back for flow. Needs to get back to about $1.60 to break even again. So not too shabby. A little bit of momentum gain back for flow, but that's all as per usual. Your current ETH, Bitcoin, and flow prices. Brought to you by CryptoBubbles.com. Again, nothing major to report or write home about, but there are still companies, names, things happening, waves being made in the space. So, ladies and gentlemen, Word on the Chain has it. Item number 2. Everybody's been talking about this, and I'm very interested to know what the deal is here. Blur.io is what I'm going to touch on. And if you haven't seen it, if you haven't looked into it much, I'll give you a brief synopsis, a one-sentence synopsis, essentially. It says, per the website, if you've traded an NFT in the past 6 months, you could be eligible for the airdrop of the free crypto. And the crypto is the Blur token, basically what everybody bitches about. Oh, I use a marketplace, but the marketplace doesn't give me a token and pay me back for utilizing the marketplace. Well, Blur is apparently taking care of that problem with a free airdrop of the Blur token if you connect your wallet and list something on their platform. A little worried about that. Whatever. Okay. Well, this airdrop apparently is commemorating those who stuck around during the bear market. Again, off of the website. The big thing that makes me go, put that damn thing in quick reverse and park for a hold on second here. You won't be able to open the airdrop or know what you got or access any of the funds until sometime in 2023. They said 2023, not January 1st, 2023, sometime in 2023. Nah, I'm good. You guys can keep that one. You guys keep that one. Let me know how it turns out. Hey, goes the moon? One I missed out on. No problem. One I missed out on. I'm willing to bite the bullet on that one. Much like other things that have happened to that. Hey, oh man, I'll sit here. Man enough to admit, put the hand up. Hey, messed up. Should have called it. Blur token. Probably should have connected. Should have got some. But if I got that long to wait, the hell, do you know how fast, how rapid this space moves? One day is 1 year in the IRL world, for crying out loud. So that's a long time. It's a long time. Who knows what could change, what could happen? It could go belly up and you invest. Who knows? I'm good. I need to find out more before I just start. Hey, talked about it this morning on Lava and Clams. Avoid the wave. Avoid the crowd. So I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to watch from the sidelines. Good luck to you who all have got invested. Word on the chain has it. Item number 3. Warner Brothers Discovery and Alluvio have officially entered into a partnership. Say, Cap, what the hell is Alluvio? I know what Warner Brothers Discovery is, but what the hell is Alluvio? Alluvio, quote unquote, per the website, is transforming the management, distribution, and economics of premium digital content. Pretty sweet website. Lots of information you can find. I won't waste time on that. You can check them out at Alluvio.io. That is ELUVIO.io. And they are partnering with Warner Brothers Discovery to basically bring the IP rights of one of the NFT space's favorite movies, Lord of the Rings, to the blockchain. That's right. They're dropping the Fellowship of the Ring NFT collection. And this is very interesting. It's a 10,999 piece collection. There's 10,000 mystery editions, which are being sold at $30 a pop, whatever that is. It's in ETH. It's on the ETH blockchain. But I'll explain something about the wallet that I find really interesting here in a minute. On top of the 10K mystery editions, there's 999 epic editions, which are selling for $100 a pop. How they're selling the variations, I don't know. How they're doing a different mint, no clue. But that's exactly what it says. The utility for these NFTs so far is access in 4K ultra high definition, which was not around in 2001, which was when Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring was shot. You get full access to that as a holder, which nobody else gets access to. You get 8 hours of special features. I'm sure Grandolph is creaming his jeans right now. Hundreds of never before seen images. He just went, ha, ha. And a hidden... loads of hidden, loads. Tons of hidden AR collectibles. So apparently you get all types of shit for holding one of these NFTs. But holders of this NFT have to get an Alluvio media wallet. And I don't know if this is custodial or non-custodial. I couldn't find that info on it. I got to dig deeper. But this media wallet allows users to stream and purchase content on this platform and hold access to whatever movie or TV show they decide to put on the platform. Again, it sounds custodial to me. I don't know. I can't say that like, oh yeah, this custodial wallet, be careful. I don't know, but that's logically, that's kind of what it sounds like to me. Again, don't know, so don't quote me on that. However, this sounds really interesting. This platform, Alluvio, I was today years old when I learned about this. They sound like they're changing the game. I mean, changing the game for ownership, for fans or consumers or whatever you want to say, viewers of your favorite movie and TV show, just changing ownership of that forever. And if they're able to go all the way back to 2001 and bring ownership to Lord of the Rings, I mean, what can they do for the future? I don't know. Who's to say, who's to know? As per usual, I open up the rabbit holes. You're more than welcome to dive in further if you like. Word on the chain has it. Item number 4. W3E is what I'm going to say. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but W3E is launching the world's first Web3 esports tournament. That's right. Music, gaming, and sports. Music, gaming, and sports. That's right. This will be launching during Istanbul's Gaming Week on November the 17th. I mentioned Istanbul's Gaming Week. Well, obviously, that's what it's going to be at, but if Istanbul, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, when they get involved, they have no tax. They have no tax. If you didn't know, Dubai has no fucking tax. I've been doing a lot of research, and Dubai has zero income tax, like all type. They have no tax. They just have no fucking tax. So when they're making moves and doing big shit, like I tend to pay attention. It's all in any Asian countries as well. It's always the same. When they move, chances are it's probably going to stick. And when Elon Musk move, chances are it's probably going to stick. Those are like the 3 things I look for if you want something to stick. And this is esports and NFTs, and this is where they're launching it. Their game apparently is called EV.io. It's a first-person shooter that's set in futuristic arenas per the website. I don't know much else other than that. I just had to mention it. It's crazy. It's wild. Gaming, I talk about it all the time, and this seems like a massive, massive leap. It's FPS, first-person shooters, going to be the only type of gaming in the future of Web3? Boy, I fucking hope not. Boy, I hope there's going to be an evolution to gaming and something more fun than all we've ever known as first-person shooters. It's what I grew up. I mean, it's fun, but I've kind of fallen out of love with those. I would love to be able to play. Like they're already coming out with Madden and different cool stuff like that. So if that continues to happen, sign me up. But it sounds like a lot of the esports and the gaming side of things will be on first person shooters. But maybe this is just where you dip your toe in the water and you expand from there. Again, I open up the rabbit holes. You're more than welcome to dive in further. Word on the chain has it. Item number 5. Tezos NFTs are now supported via Shopify. That's right. You can go on to Shopify and much like, I believe, ETH and I don't know if Sol is yet or not. I talked about this, back in July, I believe, end of July. And essentially, it's token gated access via NFTs to maybe a specific shop or a project sets up a shop on Shopify that you get token gated access to, or maybe it's an existing shop of a popular brand that then you get existing token gated access to or new or whatever the case might be. This is very interesting. It's supported via the Taco app. I got to do some more research on this Taco app. What it is, because, hey, I always talk about it. Loyalty programs. Love loyalty programs. The Taco app is an NFT loyalty automation tool, and it allows customers to get exclusive products, discounts, and experiences without any code needed from the company end. So the code is already in place. You can literally run the app. Whatever NFT platform, Taco, whatever project, they can just partner, bam, go right to the store. Super easy. So this just provides a whole new layer of shopping, of retail, of all types of different things that you can think about when it comes to e-commerce as we know it. And again, I just like to touch on these things. These are the things we talk about all the time and nobody talks about. Would you have known that Tezos NFTs were available on Shopify now and give you token gated access via the Taco app if you use certain things via loyalty programs? If you didn't tune into the Door Show, probably not, because nobody else is talking about it right now. Everybody's worried about the damn skies falling, for crying out loud. So there you go, another how you doing moment. Oh wait, before we go on, actually, this is for Mr. Haas. If you're out there watching, the first project to actually utilize the platform, the Tezos NFTs, were Future Kimonos. And they released, I mentioned this for Mr. House because he reported here at this event, they released these NFTs on Shopify or allowed people to utilize them at the ADCC World Championships, which is a Jiu-Jitsu World Championship. And they are a Jiu-Jitsu apparel brand. Very interesting. Holders of the NFTs apparently got some specialized access that popped off on Shopify during the ADCC World Championship week. So very interesting to see. Very interesting to know. Word on the chain has it. Item number 6. I want to let you know Reddit now has more NFT wallets than OpenSea. That's right. Over 3 million plus and counting Reddit vault wallets have been created, and there is no stopping the train in sight. Is Reddit going to be the next platform, or is it simply a meme platform to keep the vibes high while everything is shit? You be the judge. Word on the chain has it. Item number 7. Remember how I mentioned yesterday that JP Morgan Chase said about 2 months ago, crypto's dead, NFTs are bullshit, you shouldn't waste your money on. And then yesterday, I also told you after that, I told you that fact of this fact that JP Morgan Chase had now hired a new head of digital assets and digital regulatory policies. Well, guess what? Come out today that a former Celsius, that's right, Celsius, the bankrupt exchange, Celsius, a former Celsius executive has joined JP Morgan Chase. What executive? No name to be had. Oh, well, there was no name to be had with the digital assets and regulatory policy head. Might that be this gentleman? I don't know. Who's to say, who's to know? But what I do know is JP Morgan Chase is making moves and they are swooping up all of Celsius's, I don't know, however you want to say it. All of their executive board. This is very interesting. JP Morgan, mere months, nay, weeks almost after saying crypto and NFTs are dead, they are starting to bring in people from this spooky crypto world. Ooh. But we move along. Who's to say, who's to know what's happening over there? We'll keep eyes on it here at the Door Show. Last little bit, word on the chain has it. Item number 8. Fidelity. That's right. The Fidelity app. Fidelity Financial. Many of you probably have a Roth IRA or 401k or something if you're in corporate America, or maybe if you're not in corporate America, you just know about them. I'm sure you have something. I did at one point in time. I had my 401k through them. No longer have 401k, but had it through them. But they are now allowing, their platform is allowing ETH trading starting at the end of the month, October 28th. So Fidelity, wouldn't you know it? Fidelity jumping into the crypto and Web3 game. How about that? That's all I got for you today. That is officially word on the chain. Brought to you by Coffee Labs Roasters. Shout out to Naked Z. Oh, there's my guy. Naked Z and the entire Coffee Labs family for keeping this guy, clearly, and all of the Diamond Hand fam heavily caffeinated. Before we move on to the second segment of the day. Oh, I'm juiced. You can hear this now. I was telling the audience earlier, our guest of the day has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the green room right now. He can hear us, though. Something earlier. I didn't know Dick Doofus like that. Last time he came on the show was like episode 48. I didn't know Dick Doofus like that. We were cool. We were talking. We were chopping it up. But now I know Brett Somerville. I know the guy. So this is about to be a nuclear power plant, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this show is about to be. But before we go on, speaking of nuclear power plant, secret phrase of the day, October 20th, 2022, hashtag Quokka and Roll, 2Ks, hashtag Quokka and Roll, hashtag Quokka and Roll in the live YouTube chat. That is the only place that you can comment it. Not on Twitter, live YouTube chat. Hashtag Quokka and Roll will get you into the Daily Door Show giveaway of the day that our guest has been so gracious to bless us with a Tribe Quokka kid. Are you freaking kidding me? Holy cannoli. We'll draw them for that at the end of the show, so you got to stick around. But make sure you enter it in now as we keep this proverbial podcast train steaming down the tracks for the second segment of the day, my friends. Doorkeepers. I got my water in. I need a quick sip of Joe. Sorry. Okie dokie, artichoke. Welcome back. Welcome in. This is The Door Show, presented to you by the Diamond Hand Media Group and brought to you in partnership with the respected Rhinos Club. I am your hostess with the mostest, humbled, honored, always hyped, Colton Cap and Cold Soroka. And it is officially time to get on your feet and put your hands together for a man that I finally get to meet live in prime time, but a mere 20 hours from now, give or take, maybe even like 16. Who's to say, who's to know? This is insane. This is crazy. This is wild. He's one of the founders of the Tribe Quokka NFT collection, creator of Quokka Labs. He's a community builder. He's a man of mysteries. You never know where he might be or where he might be showing up at. But one thing is for certain, two things for sure. He is an antagonist of Mutant Mal and will not ever let him sleep until the day he dies. My friends, please welcome on for his second official appearance at the door. Thank God we didn't piss him off enough the first time, so he showed up for the second. Yeehaw, let's go, baby. My man, Dr. Dick Doofus.
Captain Cole, how you doing, buddy? Happy Thursday, man. Yeah, 20 hours. We're going to be jamming. I can't wait. I am fired up, dude. It's been a long week, man. Got a ton of stuff to do, but yeah, just looking forward to tomorrow so we can all hang out and have a good time and party it up and battle on the beach, man. So I'm fired up, dude.
Let's go.
Thanks for having me on, dude.
Of course. I've been planning it for a while on the back end. And I'm glad that once I was able to reach out to you, like, no question, we'll do it. We had almost had a little scheduling conflict too, so I'm glad that didn't happen as well. and I am so juiced that you're back for episode number 2. How's things on the East Coast? What's the good word?
It's a little chilly here as well. I'm looking forward to get down to Charleston. I think we're going to be like low 70s during the day and partly sunny, so it's going to be good weather, man. I'm a little bummed though. I don't have my Dr. Dick Doofus glasses on right now. I left them at the office, so I don't have the entire attire going right now. So I apologize for that. Yeah, you're going to have to see me without the glasses.
Still quality. Still quality.
Man,
we can still get the effect. We appreciate you. Well, let's dive right into it, my man. First things first, we'll get into Quokka Cup kind of separately, all in general. But get us up to date with the tribe. Since the last time we talked, man, the kids were not around. There's been a lot that's happened with the OGs, the Genesis. There's a lot of lore coming out. What kind of updates you got for the Diamond Hand fam? Any alpha you want to drop out there?
Yeah, man, there's a ton going on with Tribe Quokka right now. The biggest thing is Quokka Cup coming up this weekend, which is our 9th in real life event that we're having since we started the project back in November of last year. We minted or launched our Genesis collection in April, so we were starting off probably 4 or 5 months before we launched the Genesis, and we started doing in real life events right away. A bunch of them were at Quokka Labs. We went up to NFT NYC and did 2 after-hour events there. We went down the Wildwood Quack, down the shore, down in Jersey, and now we're going to Quokka Cup. But in addition to the in real life events, we launched the Quokka Kids. Anybody who owned 2 Genesis NFTs could parent those Genesis NFTs and adopt a Quokka Kid for free. And there was a little bit of gamification in there, depending on what furs the Genesis had would determine whether or not you got one of those furs with the kid, or you could spin the wheel and just get one that's random. You could also parent a Genesis NFT with a legend. So we dropped Legends collection in June in tandem when we went up to NFT NYC. We auctioned off 50 and we did a raffle for the other 50. We're doing part 2 right now. So on Saturday when we're at Quokka Cup, we're going to be dropping another 50 2-hour members and also starting a 10-day auction for another 50 additional legends. So you'll be able to do that at legends.tribequokka.com. So yeah, man, we've done a couple of drops since the last time we talked. In addition to that, man, we're starting to finally start to socialize a little bit of the lore. For those of you who don't know about Tribe Quokka, when we started the project back in November, we basically went and bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, a mutant ape. Mutant ape number 3,500.
Ooh, Mutant Mal!
Yes, we call him Mutant Mal. And he's basically the antagonist, man. We used another project's intellectual property basically against them and started this whole lore about the battle between Tribe Quokka and the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So if you go to our website, tribequokka.com, and click on our story, it gives you a little bit about the lore. You can go look at the origin story skit that we put together, as well as just yesterday, we dropped another children's book on our website. It's in a website form right now. You can go read it if you'd like. It has to do with the Quokka Kids and April Fool's Day, which is when we launched the Genesis collection on April 1st. All of Tribe Quokka, our tribe members, refer to April 1st, the day that we launched our Genesis collection, as April Fool's Day. So there's a website story, a children's storybook called April Fool's Day that's on our website right now under the Our Story link. And we're going to be doing that in hard copy as well. And we're also going to take all the illustrations from that book and create a children's coloring book as well. So great gift for the kids. We've always been big promoters of the family unit. We wanted to really gear this project towards the next generation, right? The kids that don't really participate in NFTs or Web3, but they're going to grow up in this space. So we want to get them early. We want to learn. We want them to learn about our project and the lore and be entertained and educated at the same time, so that when they're 20, 25 years old, Tribe Quokka is just pop culture as far as they're concerned. So yeah, man, a lot of good stuff going on, man. I'm excited about it.
Let's go. Clearly, man. I can't wait to pick your brain even more about it when we finally get to meet in person. But something that I really wanted to touch on today was the Stageverse, man, and the metaverse and everything you guys got kind of planned there, and some of your thoughts on the metaverse and everything. I've been asking guests a lot recently, like, what do you think the metaverse is going to be? What do you think the role of the metaverse is going to have in the future? So that's the same question I'll ask you. What do you think the metaverse is going to be? Is it going to be somewhere where we go, or is it going to be an enhancement of the world around us? What role will that play in our lives? I tweeted something out the other day. The term the internet will be replaced with the term the metaverse, and now I'm starting to kind of walk that back. I think they'll kind of be in tandem. Obviously, you'll have to have the internet for all this stuff to run, right? So they'll be kind of similar, but I think they'll be a little bit different. And then also, what type of plans, what type of use cases does Tribe Quokka have in store, selfishly, kind of as a holder too, for the Stageverse?
Yeah, well, it's a very broad question. I think it could be anything we want it to be. I think originally the metaverse could be Web 2. I think eventually it will be Web 3, and it will be on the blockchain, so to speak. But there's so many use cases for the metaverse. There's not going to be a single platform that everyone goes to. There's going to be different things that you can do on other platforms. But the great thing about NFTs is that you'll be able to utilize any avatars or swag or anything that you've bought that is Web3 enabled on the blockchain in any one of these metaverses. So they will be compatible. So it's not like with Fortnite where you go in and buy a bunch of skins and some swag so you look good while you're flying down, but you can't take that stuff with you, right? It can only be used within Fortnite. Eventually, you're going to have this swag that's interoperable across all platforms. So you'll be able to buy this stuff and use it wherever you go and still have that same digital identity, so that when you go from Fortnite to Roblox to Axie Infinity, wherever you end up, you could still have that same persona. I think for us early on, we're utilizing it more as a social platform. Stageverse, the platform that we've partnered with and have created a neighborhood within their metaverse, is really gearing towards being like the Twitter of Web3, of the metaverse, right? Where you're able to create your own plot of land, build it out, and be able to socialize whatever's going on in your world on a day-to-day basis. And you'll be able to portal around from land plot to land plot. So I could go over to Captain Colt's joint and find out what he's doing and see his Twitter feed. And you'll have a place that you can set up so that you can kind of show your wares to the world, right? So that's how we're using it right now. Like every Monday, we do a weekly Zoom call. It's a tribe assembly. You can either get on via Zoom, or you can go into our amphitheater, basically, within Stageverse, and see the Zoom call up on the big screen, as well as hang out with other Tribe Quokka members or anybody that just wants to participate. You don't have to own land within Stageverse to go into their metaverse. You just download the app, create an avatar, and go to the location where we're all at. And on Mondays, we send out like a link via email, via announcements in Discord, letting everybody know where to go to participate in that assembly. So that's where it's going initially, but that's just scratching the surface, right? Eventually, we absolutely want to have some sort of play to earn metaverse gaming platform, whether or not that's an actual platform or we're playing in other platforms where our community members can go into that metaverse as a Tribe Quokka avatar, basically a full body 3D rendition of their favorite Quokka. They don't have to, right? You can have multiple digital personas. You could go in as Colton, right? Like a human version of you when you go into the space. But when you're walking through this metaverse, and here's what I really like about it, is it's kind of an unknown, right? You're going into these uncharted waters and you don't know anybody per se. Like if you go in as Colton or I go in as Brett, people see us and they might have an initial opinion of who we are, but they don't really know us, right? But if you are a Tribe Quokka or you are an Ether Brew, and while you're walking through that metaverse, if you see another Ether Brew, you're gonna be like, yo, I know who you are. You already have this instant connection between you and that other person. Right. So it's almost like you get to enter the metaverse and have this new digital identity, but also have like a tribe that's with you, that has your back, that is going to support you so that you're not doing it alone. So, you know, things are going to evolve. Right now, it's you get on your computer and maybe you get on your Oculus and you kind of hang out, but it's just going to evolve from there. It's going to get more and more immersive to the point where I believe, and I can't give you a time frame on when this is all going to happen. You're going to enter this metaverse, whatever it's called, and it's going to feel like it's really you. You're going to get to look around and see other people and communicate with them. And if you know who that person is behind the avatar, then there's that accountability, right? You know that that's a good person. Whereas, let's face it, there's a ton of trolls on Twitter right now. Now you're going into the metaverse and you see some guy you don't know, you're automatically going to have red flags. Like, I kind of trust this guy, but who knows who the heck it is. But if he's got a verified NFT and you know him from Discord or from Spaces, you automatically have that connection and that accountability where you can kind of move forward and have this level of comfort that you know that person behind the avatar. So, right. You know, a lot of people, I remember we were on a Spaces and Grandolph had mentioned that he thought PFPs would go away, right? At some point, it wouldn't be a relevant use case within the metaverse. And I never got on a Spaces to argue with him on that one, but I truly feel like there will always be a place for PFP projects, because right now there's only about 500,000 people that are participating that have PFPs and are actively using them as their digital identity. When this goes mainstream and you got tens, if not hundreds of millions of people, they're all going to want to have an NFT avatar that is either them or they want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And that's where PFPs play a part. So I only see it getting bigger. Now, let's face it, there's a lot of PFP projects out there that won't survive during this bear market. But if you stick around, you keep on grinding, you keep your community tight and kind of circle the wagons, when this thing turns around, it's just going to 5x, 10x, 20x from there. Once all of those people that don't really participate start figuring out how cool this thing is.
And I agree with you on that, Brett. And actually why I do it, I compare it to shoes, right? Shoes, some shoe brands have come and gone, like the Starberries. They say, do they sell Starberries anymore? You remember how popular those damn things were? The Stephen Marberries, those ugly ass, just big foam shoes. You barely hardly even remember those things anymore, but you know Nikes, you know Jordans, and there's a reason that people go and buy those. And you're right, a lot of these PFP projects are going to fall, they're going to disappear, but the projects that are building right now, the Quokkas, the Rhinos, the Brews, the Gax, the DGen Tunes, Basie, if you want to go up into the blue chip projects, the Cool Cats, if you ain't go further into that, those projects, there's going to be tiers, but they're going to be extremely hard to get into, is what I believe. Just like there's this exclusive damn near shoe market right now where there's a lot of supply and demand of some of these really nice shoes. I think that's what it's going to be with a lot of these PFP projects. I think you're right, man. I think it only gets bigger, and I'm very interested to see what the future actually looks like in the metaverse. Like, how can we utilize them in the metaverse? So I like your opinion for a lot on that for sure.
Thanks, Pete.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I gotta ask you before we move on. Last time we got on a call, you asked me a bunch of questions like, what's my favorite movie? What's my favorite food? You ever go and watch 12 Monkeys?
I didn't go and watch 12 Monkeys.
Oh, you got to, man. If you like sci-fi and like stuff that blows your mind, you'll dig that movie. Yo, download it. You can watch it on the plane while you're flying over to Charleston.
What a fucking great idea, Doc. I was like, what am I gonna listen to? You know? Oh, that's a great idea. All right, 12 Monkeys. Triple starred. All right. I want to go back to something you mentioned just a little while ago because it loops right into what I've been asking a lot lately. I've been asking so many. Screw you, Bocephus. That's why I don't turn this damn thing. I got to turn the damn live chat off on my screen. I start reading the live chat. These damn kids. So you talked about a little bit earlier focusing on the kids, the next generation, and really setting your project up, setting the Quokkas up for the future. Is that your focus on how you're trying to get new people into the space? Like, let's focus on the future. Let's focus on building there. Because I remember we talked about when you first came on, you guys took what, a month, 2 months before you even minted to make sure everybody, and you didn't even come to Web3 first. You stayed outside of Web3. You made sure everybody understood this is how you do a MetaMask. This is what you got to do. This is how we set a floor price. This is what's going to happen. And then you minted, and then you came to Web3. And I think that was very strategically smart. I think that was great. You've seen it pay dividends, obviously, in your project. And I think that's awesome. But is that kind of, am I right in saying that? Is that how you guys are kind of focusing on bringing new people in? Or is there even to kind of further it? Are you personally actively working to bring new people in? And is that how to?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And it's kind of in tandem with education and entertainment, right? The next generation isn't necessarily interested in learning about Web3 at this point, but they'll understand the applications. And if they're entertained at the same time, then you got yourself a good combination. So when we started our project back in November, we didn't launch until April 1st. There was a good 4 or 5 months in there where we were actively building our community the old fashioned way, right? Through friends and family and second and third degrees of separation. And, 95, if not 99% of them had never even purchased an NFT or crypto for that matter. So yeah, we had a Zoom call basically 2 times a week for over 3 months, where we were teaching them all the steps that they would need to do in order to be prepared to mint an NFT, and specifically a Tribe Quokka NFT. So yeah, education's always been a huge piece of it. We do have a YouTube channel called Quokka University. If you go to Tribe Quokka, you'll get to see a bunch of those. And we put those out on a regular basis. Mostly it's NFT 101 type stuff. To educate the new adopters of this technology. So what we've also been doing is we've been gearing a lot of our Web2 marketing. We did a bunch on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Google ads to draw people into a landing page, not necessarily to mint a Tribe Quokka kid or buy one of our NFTs on the secondary, but just to entice them to learn more about Web3 and NFTs, right? And giving them the ability to learn more by becoming a part of our community. So we've been doing that for a while now. The most successful Web2 marketing that we've seen, the biggest bang for our buck, is through YouTube. So if you do a search for NFTs or Web3, more than likely you're going to see like a 15-second clip of Tribe Quokka saying, hey, you want to learn more about NFTs, you're interested in PFP projects, you want to know about Web3, go to this site. There's a call to action. And what we're doing is kind of funneling them into the YouTube channel to go see some of our educational videos, as well as every few weeks we've been doing like a webinar prior to our 8 p.m. call that we do, that weekly assembly where we do a status update, where I'll do like a 30-minute overview of Web3, NFTs, blockchain technology, what a generative art project is, how to participate, and then like a little bit of a blurb on Tribe Quokka and what they can do next to take that next step. And then education for our existing users, ones that are already starting to learn about Web3, have already purchased an NFT, maybe interested in buying crypto or other NFT projects. We've started another channel within our Discord and partnered with this gentleman that lives in the UK that does nothing but market analysis, charting, and once a week he drops his latest like 5-star picks and gives the reasoning behind why you might want to check out these projects. So we're constantly trying to educate our community on knowing the unknown, right? To enrich their lives, because they all kind of see the opportunities that are inherent in this space. Some from the outside looking in might be like, oh, this is dead in the water. We all know that it's not. That's why we're continuing to build. But we want to give them as many opportunities to learn about this space so that they can be educated to take advantage. So yeah, education's been a huge piece of this thing from the very beginning, and it will continue to be so.
Hell yeah. We didn't talk about that much last time. That's dope. I had been perusing around on the YouTube channel, of course. I'm addicted to content. Any way I can consume content, I find it. So I peruse through that. And then I love to get on the Discord. That's why I hope Discord doesn't disappear. Like it seems a common consensus around the space right now that people don't like Discord. And I really don't like that. And I think it's because people have just used it incorrectly, got scammed too much, and they need to just slow down. But I was playing around with like the 5-star picks you were talking about, and I was like, whoa, this is pretty damn cool. Making subtle little improvements. I like that. I was wondering who he was and what all was going on. So that's badass, man. I love to see just building. I don't care about a floor price. I don't care where things go, up, down, left, right, center, whatever. If the team's still here and the team's still building, eventually when this space becomes mainstream, floors are going to 1 ETH. I don't care what you want to say, what you want to argue. Like, they're going to 1 ETH, and it's going to be extremely hard to buy into some of these projects because there's not going to be enough supply to go around. There's only how many Quokkas are there?
There's 8,000.
It's just only 8,000. I was thinking there was 8,500. So yeah, 8,000. It's only 8,000. Even if people hold one, that's 8,000 people out of 9 billion people on this planet. Like, I mean, you're telling me they're not going to go to 1 ETH? That's just what I'm so bullish on. And I kind of can tell that you're probably on the same page on that.
Yeah, from the very beginning, man. Like this is as far from a rug pull as you can possibly get. Like I said before, it's all friends and family, right? I can't walk out my door and go to the grocery store without running into 10 Tribe Quokka members. So, this was never a pump and dump, right? We were never looking to get rich quick. Now, obviously, when we minted in April, things were a lot better right before things kind of went to the, took a little bit of a tank. But we've always seen this as like a 10-year game plan, right? We're not looking for the quick buck, so to speak. So we're just going to keep building, man. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to keep our community together and continue to educate and entertain at the same time, so that at some point, just like the Diamond Hand Media Group, we can all be media conglomerates. Like that's the goal of this whole thing, right?
Edutainment, baby. That's what it's all about. I love it.
Yeah.
Education and entertainment. That's what it's all about. So I appreciate that, man. That's some great stuff. I was thinking too, it popped into my head. I didn't ask this when we were talking about the metaverse. You were mentioning kind of like a bridge and being able to not only in just the stage verse plot, go from plot to plot and whatever, but all of these metaverses being interconnected. And I was having a really interesting conversation during the DGen hours the other night on Discord with Kenna, who is the founder, creator, artist of Isles of the Metaverse. And it's Isles of the Metaverse are awesome on Solana. Yep. And she is swearing up and down to me that she can't share everything, but she knows that there's a AAA gaming company working with 4 other platforms to create a bridge between all of this. It's like already in the works. It's already happening. So, bold prediction. Who do you think? Is that an Activision? Is that something like that? I personally, and now that I think it's a AAA gaming company for sure, I think that the big conglomerate, if you will, of tech, the Silicon Valley company that's going to come in and make it pop is going to be Microsoft. I've had that bold prediction since I saw the Procter & Gamble Signal Summit, and they said mixed reality and metaverse solutions right on the screen. I'm like, how you doing? Nobody's talking about that. Holy shit. Literally, Bill Gates was standing on a stage saying Basie was the dumbest thing ever based on Fool's Theory and Greater Fool's Theory, and that nobody should invest in it. Oh, yeah, play the old right while the left is dealing. Okay, I get you, Bill. I get you for sure. But, like, who's it going to be? Who do you think it's going to be?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. It could be any one of them. I definitely think Microsoft is here to stay. They see the benefits of where this thing is going, and Bill Gates coming out and saying that NFTs are dead and Basie's dead in the water is just him trying to slow down adoption while they get their ducks in a row. It's just like the politicians, man. They know exactly what's happening. Whatever they say on in the media, just think the opposite, because they're never going to let you know what kind of hand they have, because they don't want anybody else jumping on the bandwagon before they got a chance to deploy. So yeah, I would say, Microsoft at the top of that list. Activision definitely has a chance to participate. I don't really see Facebook is Meta is kind of scaring me at this point. Like, it just seems like they've done really good in the Web2 world and social platforms, and making that jump over the chasm to Web3 and becoming relevant in this space, even though they have a ton of money. The general consensus is that they may not be the best company to get in bed with, so to speak. And I know that's my personal opinion as well, and I know others share it. So yeah, I think Microsoft is at the top of the list. They're really pushing towards an augmented reality where you'll be able to put on glasses and walk through real world and see other stuff around you, which is exciting in and of itself. But the form factor has to come down. There's no way I'm throwing an Oculus on my face.
Mine's sitting over there like.
Yeah, people looking at you like you got 10 heads.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. But once it gets smaller, and it looks like just a regular pair of glasses, then sky's the limit. Which it'll get there, man. It's just a matter of time.
Definitely. I think Epic Games will have a big role. I forgot about them because they've been doing all types of shit. I mean, there's all types of NFT projects joining their marketplace left, right, and center. So that'll be really interesting to see. I don't know. I'm really interested. Like you said, I don't have a timeline. I don't know. I'm not certain. But I feel like the next 3 to 6 months are going to really show us what the possibilities of this space are. Because I think the next 3 to 6 months IRL are going to be fucked with all capital letters. Like Gary Vee put out a video today that was like, okay, yeah, we should probably chill. You just talk about easy on major purchases, easy on certain things. Like there's a big old chance, like a big old depression might be coming. Just relax, right? And it's just real factor. So again, it goes into the point of taking your time, not overextending yourself in this space. But I think that a lot of people will be looking for something to do, looking for somewhere to go and have some fun and try and find something out while the market is down. And there's going to be discounts galore in this space. And people don't even realize that yet, how cheap it is to get involved and how expensive it can be when a market is thriving.
Yeah, I think camaraderie is a big piece of it, especially when people are going through anxious times. And I completely agree, man. Things are going to get worse before they get better. There are so many indicators at this point that we have not even seen close to how bad this thing can get. The world is in disarray, to say the least. I believe mortgage interest rates are over 7% at this point, highest in 22 years. They're talking about hiking interest rates again. All this crazy stuff going in between us and Russia and China. I just saw recently that Biden came out and said either continue working for semiconductor companies in China or and lose your U.S. citizenship. Did you see that one? Now, it's not all semiconductor companies. It's just the way that they spun it was it's only those semiconductor companies that produce like supercomputing chips that may have military applications. And it's not necessarily like you have to resign right away, but you do have to take a leave of absence while the company submits an application to get a license for those Americans to continue working for that company. So like overnight, there were a bunch of Americans that resigned. And where does that leave China? They need the chips. They go after Taiwan. It's almost like U.S. is doing it on purpose just to force China's hand. They go after Taiwan. We have to respond. Like, who knows, man? Like I hate to be a doomsdayer. I'm the most optimistic person you'll ever meet.
It's real.
But a lot of things are outside of my control. I kind of see what's going on and what may be, like we talked about before with Bill Gates coming out and saying Basie's, dead in the water, or it's a fool's game. Same thing's happening here, man. What they come out and talk about is not necessarily what their intentions are. And it could be, we could be in for some really crazy times in our lives, but we are at a pivotal moment. Like you said, I mean, it's like, we are going to get to see over the next 10, 20 years, the biggest pivot transition from the old days of U.S. dominance and our currency being the world's reserve and now blockchain and crypto. I mean, look what happened in 2008 with the housing crisis. Blockchain, Bitcoin came around as a direct result of that. It's almost like what's happening now is going to push us into that next blockchain metaverse world. digital, or central bank digital currencies like this. It's exciting and terrifying at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you get a front row view with all this stuff that's happening right now. If you're paying attention, like a lot of people aren't even paying attention. They're just going about their daily lives and wondering why gas costs so damn much.
Well, yeah, and people are getting lost in this space, right? People are getting lost in the funny JPEGs and funny money and 0.03 and not really like putting shit together. They're not realizing how much this really, we could be going into oppression. I've heard people. I've been listening to podcasts because like I said, I'm a student of content. I want to hear what's going on, but I also want to learn different ways to present, different ways to talk, different ways to host a show. And, there's people talking about that you could liken this damn near to the Great Depression of 1929. Like, you think about, you had the influenza and then had COVID and then the big reset. We're going through this big reset and then bam, the economy just couldn't handle it. So who knows? Maybe this is the reset. Maybe it is what it is. Who's to say? Who's to know? I'm still smiling. I'm sitting back, no sweat, relaxing in the chair. Because you're right, it is one of the most advantageous times. I keep seeing millionaires and billionaires and people that I look up to in multiple industries talk about we have never had a tidal wave of opportunity to attain success like we do right now, ever in our lives. And boy, I'm not going to be one of the sons of bitches that's standing there saying, shucks, wish I would have took advantage of that. No, thank you. I can't do it. And I know you're not going to be either. And that's why I'm excited to continue to build this place with you, man.
No, I appreciate that, man. I'm in the same boat, right? Like when Web 1 came around, I'm an old guy, right? So I saw the whole .com bubble and, the build up in the early 2000s, and I bought a house, I got married, I had kids. I didn't have the funds to take advantage of that at the time. And when 2008 happened, obviously things got a little rough. Saw Bitcoin coming around. I almost started mining it back in like 2010, but I was just too busy getting my master's and raising family and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't get involved. If I did, I probably wouldn't even be on this video right now. I'd be in the Caribbean on the yacht, but I didn't take advantage. So, third time's a charm, man. I've been seeing this coming for a while now, and there is no way that I am not going to be on that train when it leaves the station. But unfortunately, everybody's overspent, right? And it's difficult to have the funds to take advantage of what's happening. I mean, one, you got to be paying attention, and two, you got to have the funds to take advantage of it. If you're not a creator, if you're not a builder, you're just an investor. And as much as you can scream from the rooftops, and as much as people may believe that what you're saying is true, if they don't have the cash to invest in it, then they're probably going to miss the boat. But it ain't going to be me. I'll promise you that.
No, I'm good on all of that. And it's funny, you mentioned the .com boom, right? Do you, in a way, view the ENS domains as kind of that same like kind of .com? And when that ENS bubble pops and like everybody gets on board of having an ENS name, is that like, do you think that's kind of when we'll see mass adoption? When ENS names actually matter?
I don't know if I can equate it to .com. I do think that it's like the Web3 of a .com domain. I think we're headed towards that bubble, regardless of how many ENS names are bought up and how overvalued they may be. And for those ENS names that are fetching millions of dollars to purchase, whether or not that remains to be true in the near future, I don't know. Probably not. But like we were just talking about, I think there's still a little bit of pain that needs to occur. We are starting to slide down that slope. And whether or not it goes from a 30-degree angle to an 80-degree angle before we hit rock bottom, I don't know, man. I'm hoping for the former, but I'm preparing myself for the latter.
I like that. I like that a lot. Do you think all like these SEC probes and these other regulatory organizations coming in and starting to kind of get their feelers in here? Do you think that's a good thing, or do you think that this is kind of like red flags for some of these projects that they're looking into? I've heard both sides of the coin.
I would argue that it's a good thing. There's going to be some short-term pain that comes with it for the companies involved, but it brings about more eyeballs, and it also level sets the stage where those people that are on the outside looking in and may have an interest, if some rules are put in place that kind of clearly define how we are going to move forward, then those same people on the outside will be more comfortable getting involved. So no, I think it's absolutely a good thing, especially with Ripple and XRP. And, I truly believe that the government would not be spending as much time as they're spending on that one cryptocurrency and that one company if they didn't see the benefits of what they're trying to do, and how they can slow down that adoption, like we talked about earlier, so that they can participate and hopefully, from their perspective, gain control of. But I hope that doesn't happen as well. That's one of the reasons I got into this space, was the fact that it was decentralized, and it kind of level sets the playing field for all of those involved. The only way that those powers that be gain control again is if we allow it. So whether or not that's a civil war type scenario, I don't know. But whatever it comes down to, I hope we have the balls to go through with it and see it through.
Yeah, me too. I had that conversation with Eddie Gangland yesterday, and I've been going back and forth with a lot of people of how decentralized are we going to stay, especially with these regulatory organizations, with these news, these rumors coming out. If you want mass adoption, regulations got to come, because most people aren't crazy sons of guns that are willing to run down the road less traveled, like me and you, like Eddie, like Duncan Rogoff, like JTR and HD, like Swirl One, like all the guys in the DHM group. Like, not anybody that's in fucking Web3 and NFTs right now. Pretty much the average bee isn't that, the average worker bee is not trying to step out on a limb and do this shit right now. And until they have somebody like Microsoft, like Meta, like the SEC say, here you go, here's a playbook, it's come on in, it's fine, the waters are good, you can dive on in now, we won't get mass adoption. But I don't want that to turn into this space becoming something we don't know anymore, right? That because I fell in love because of anybody being able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, and really create a community and a network like never before. And I hope that doesn't change. You're right. Hey, I'll be down to fight a Web3 civil war if we can do it in the metaverse. If I actually don't die, I'm down. Fuck. If I don't die, if I get like a couple extra lives, like shit, sign me up. I'm fucking down. Hey, power to the people. All hail the robot overlord. Then fuck, I'll get in with Randolph if I need to.
Yeah, that's the best.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. I will fight the Civil War as long as I don't die.
Just give me extra fucking lives. Oh, shit. Hey, one more thing, because you mentioned it earlier, asking questions. You're damn right. And that segment has evolved a little bit since the last time you were here. But one thing that hasn't changed is a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation on the show. And last time I asked you about pursuing a passion, taking that leap of faith. And now it's turned into phrase of the week or word of the week. And we got a word this week. And if you haven't seen any of the episodes this week, it's perfection and pursuing perfection. And I want to get your thoughts on that. Give you a quote and also ask you this. Is perfection possible? Is perfection even a real thing, or is it just some made up societal construct, in your opinion? And what do you think about this quote? Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. What do you think about that?
Well, first off, I don't think perfection is attainable by any means. We all strive to accomplish that goal. But it is, at the end of the day, impossible. All we can do is our best based on the information that we've been given. Whatever happens, take those lessons, pivot, try something new, continue to strive towards that goal. And the more you do that, and the more you're willing to continue to do that without quitting, the closer you're going to achieve that goal. So, there's a lot of people that aren't willing to put in the effort. They're not willing to get knocked down. They're not willing to continue to grind when it seems like it's impossible to win. That's why it's almost imperative, if you want to succeed, to continue grinding, right? Regardless of what the outcome is, because it's those little wins over a long period of time that eventually get you to a point where the outsider looking in sees where you're at, and they're like, man, he killed it. And it was like overnight, right? It was like he was nowhere and now he's somewhere. Well, that's not really true, man. If you look at it from the person's perspective, they've been killing themselves for months, years, decades trying to get to this point. Nobody else was recognizing. And from those outsiders' perspectives, they might say, yeah, that guy's perfect, man. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's exactly where he wants to be. But they didn't see everything that went into that person getting to where they are. So, yeah, do I think it's attainable? Absolutely not. Does that mean we should stop trying? Absolutely not. Now, the other one, practice is not perfection, but it does.
Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent.
Practice makes permanent. Dude, I'm having trouble wrapping my head around what even the meaning of that is.
Deep. It's deep. And I think it speaks to literally your answer. I think the quote sums up your answer. If you just keep working, sometimes it's not about winning or losing. Sometimes it's about just showing up. Sometimes it's about realizing that this might be a loss, but I got to look at it as a lesson. This might kill me, but I got to do it. And so sometimes that's what it's all about. And if you just keep going, you're right. Perfection is never going to be attainable. I used to show up all the time. Oh, I'm a perfectionist. Everything. Shut the hell up, Cap. You're not a fucking perfectionist. What are you talking about? Perfection is not attainable. It's just not. You're never going to be perfect. But the more you do something, the more I show up, hit this live button and podcast, it's going to become permanent. People are going to recognize me as a podcaster. They're going to recognize me as a content creator, as somebody who brings value to a space. Before, it was just a dream, a passion. Oh, I like to show up. And oh, I was trying to be perfect and I couldn't mess up and camera couldn't go out and I couldn't flub up any words. Now it's let's do it. And it's become permanent. So I think that old saying, practice makes perfect. I don't think so. I think practice makes permanent and you can't ever find perfection. So I think that quote sums up everything you said. And I appreciate your insights and all of your knowledge that you brought to the show today, my man. I appreciate you, Brett Somerville. You the man.
Thank you, man. It's one of those things where, take a meme, for example, right? It's in the very beginning, nobody knew what that meme was. And it just kept on spreading like a virus until it hit that tipping point where everybody knew what it was. So in the early days, throw it on a space and you got 3 people showing up. If you continue putting on that space, regardless of how many people showing up, like I see so many people, they try to do 2 spaces. And then on the third one, they get on and they see there's only 4 people in the room and they just shut it down and they quit. And it's like, all right, well, you really thought that you were going to have 1,000 people in this room after day 3? Like your expectations are way out of whack. And you have 2 choices at that point. You can continue doing it because you truly believe in what you're doing and there's a value to what you're providing to the space. And at some point, people are going to start catching on. And it's not going to happen overnight, man. It's going to be that grind where you bring on 1, 2, 3 people and eventually you get that tipping point where, like I said before, everybody looks in and they're like, oh my God, Captain Colt's got 1,000 people on his spaces. He's got, thousands of people hanging out watching the Door Show every day or downloading the YouTube and watching it while it's recorded. I'll know what you had to do to get to that point. You'll know what you had to do to get to that point. But the people that are just figuring it out 6 months, a year down the road, whatever it takes to get to that point, are just going to be like, oh, this guy's been around forever. It's just common knowledge. Captain Colt's the man.
Right.
But between now and then,
who knows? Who's to say? Who's to know?
Who's to say? Who's to know?
Who's to know? That's what I love about it, man. And that's kind of what that cap quote that's starting to go around the space it kind of means, man. Fuck it, go for it. Who's to say? Who's to know this won't turn out to be something special? It could really suck. It could flop, or be something really damn cool. Who's saying?
Yo, there are so many people that love what you're doing, and I know I see these other shows that are on that have been mass adopted and have become like the it program, and they're no better. They're no better than what you're doing.
I've been trying to figure that out, but I'm a little biased. So hey, I appreciate you. I don't look for the flowers. It's all good. I wouldn't keep showing up every day if I would see people coming out of nowhere that I've hit up, that I've sent multiple DMs to, that I've reached out to, and they don't give a fuck. They care about their bag. And now they decide to drop NFT projects that are only about their bag. They don't care about this community they've built and any of this shit or whatever you want to put in your handle that now makes you part of this community. I don't care. It's not what I'm here for. And eventually it'll click on. It'll pop. We'll see. Oh geez, I just had a big announcement, a big ESPN fantasy trade in my dynasty league just popped up here. I'm gonna go check that out after the show. I wonder what that's about. I'm currently 2-4, so I'm sure they're probably going, yeah, not a good season. Not a good season in dynasty this year. Had some rough injuries. But you thought you were gonna get out of it, not a half a chance, my friend. It's officially time. 10 hot seat sentences. I start them in your perspective. You finish them in your perspective, obviously. Some of them are going to be serious. Some of them are going to be funny. Some of them might even be a little spooky. 'Tis the season. Good sir, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Rock and roll. This one's interesting. I'm excited to hear about this one. I'll tell you what mine was. But number one, the worst job I've ever held was...
Worked for a landscaping company where we laid sod, and I was the guy who had to like carry the sod from the truck over to wherever it was being laid. And I was young at the time, man. We're talking like 6th, 7th grade. And I lasted a day and a half.
Ooh.
Yeah. I called my grandfather. I go, come pick me up. I am out of here.
Mine similar, not as labor intensive, but still equally shitty. I grew up detasseling corns and walking beans. That was my first job, detasseling corn and walking beans and pollinating corn. They called it putting corn condoms on the shoots. You had to go and like rip off the leaves and like put these little... They literally look like paper condoms over the shoots, and it would be so these different plots wouldn't cross pollinate. And that was my job. 13 years old. I got paid like damn near $15 an hour to do that. I was cake money at like 13 years old. Let's go. But it sucked. It was awful. Arms be all cut up, 110 degrees in there. Just, it was awful. But
yeah, it's that mundane stuff that gets me, where you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It's just, if I'm not using my head and trying to figure stuff out, I'm not happy.
100%. I agree with you. Number 2, we asked you what your favorite movie of all time was last time. We didn't ask you a TV show. My favorite TV show of all time is...
Man.
Learn a lot about a man about his favorite TV show.
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, I could throw out like the usual suspects, like Seinfeld or man. When I was younger, I used to watch Hogan's Heroes all the time.
Oh, come on. I know nothing.
Yeah. That is an absolute... I still watch it sometimes. Like it's on one of the channels like 24/7. And if I see it on, I'll pop it on for a few minutes just for old time's sakes. But yeah,
I grew up watching TV Land, like everything. Andy Griffith, Hogan's Heroes, Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love Lucy. Oh man. Everything. Those are my favorites. So and Hogan's Heroes is my favorite old show. So
yeah. What was the other one with the, it was the Navy. It was like PT 73 or something. the heck was that other one that I used to watch?
I remember MASH. I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, MASH was another good one. I'm forgetting right now. It was a long time ago.
Interesting. The more you know.
It's TV these days, so
me either. I got rid of damn near everything but Amazon Prime just because they got football now. I still got Amazon Prime, so
yeah, we got the Saints and the Cardinals tonight, right?
Sure enough, we sure do. Hey, is there gonna be a way that I can watch some UFC fights on Saturday night?
There will be TVs there. The Phillies will be playing that night as well, and we got a big constituency of Phillies fans. So we'll probably be watching that game when we're at the bar. But you never know.
I'll plan ahead. I'll plan ahead just in case. Who's to say? Who's to know? Number 3. If I was a superhero, my superpower would be.
Slow down time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I feel like things are moving at a crazy pace right now. I can't believe it's almost November and 2022 is going to be behind us. So yeah, if I had any ability in the world, it would be so I could slow down time so I can enjoy it more.
I like that. Mine's teleportation.
Oh, that'd be a good one too.
I could host a podcast anywhere. Number 4. If I had to drive around an ice cream truck everywhere I went, or dress up as a clown everywhere I went, I would choose to
drive around an ice cream truck. There's no way. You know how hot it is in a clown outfit?
Not even the fact he's just got to show up as a clown. Dude,
I don't mind getting into costumes, man. I have a good time when I do that because I get to be somebody else. But yeah, just because both of them, you're entertaining children, you're having a good time, which I like. Having fun, hanging out with kids. That's a good time for me. But you could do both, doing either one of those, and you get to eat some good ice cream and make people happy. So yeah, I would go with the ice cream truck.
I think the more and more I hear guests answer that question, I think I'm siding with the ice cream truck for sure. I'm with you. Number 5, if I was a refrigerator, the one item I would not allow inside of me is.
Sardines.
Ooh, really? I'm not the worst fan of sardines. I mean, I put them on pizza every once in a while. I mean, I don't go out of my way, but
no, them and anchovies. I mean,
anchovies? Anchovies, yeah, anchovies. That's right. Yeah, I like anchovies a lot. And the sardines you can keep a little bit, but anchovies, yeah.
No.
All right. Well,
hey, it's too salty. It's gross.
These are the questions that people want to know. These are the things about Dr. Dick Doofus.
Everybody cares what I like.
This is what the people. Hey, the show's only been climbing since we finished the sentence. I'm telling you what. This is what the people want. Number 6. This is what they really want. If I had to swap my legs, Dr. Dick Doofus, my legs with the legs of another animal, the animal I would choose is.
These are the craziest questions. Well, I mean, can it be a 4-legged animal? Like, so I can run fast? Like, it could be a cheetah or.
Sure can.
Yeah.
Common
would I
question.
Rather be strong and have like an elephant's legs, or like be fast and have like a cheetah's legs? I think if I'm strong, I don't need to go anywhere too fast. So I'm going to go with the elephant's legs.
Okay, elephant. Hey, common question. And common has been a 4-legged animal. The most common one has been a horse. We've had the minotaurs have been common on the show, but I feel like you just stomp out a minotaur if you're an elephant man.
Oh yeah.
I like elephant man. Good thinking. 7. Oh shit. Remembering that I have to bathe in it and not just drink it. Keep that in mind. Preface of this sentence. If I could make water smell like anything, but still taste like water, I would make it smell like.
Lavender.
Hey, that's a good one. I think we've got lavender once. We've got eucalyptus.
That's a good one.
I've had a lot of people say alcoholic beverages. I don't know what that says about them, but hey, you know what? Hey, lavender. I like it. 3 more, good sir, and you're out of here. Number 8. If I had to live in a haunted house or deal with a horde of zombies everywhere I went, I would choose to.
I mean, who are in the haunted house? Are they bad ghosts or good ghosts?
Your prerogative. I mean, they could be real shitty. Typically, haunted houses aren't the best to live in, but you could, let's say you got like 5 of them, and then there's one Casper that kind of mellows you out every once in a while.
Yeah. And if I live in the haunted house, I don't have to be there 24/7. Whereas if I'm with the zombies, they're going to be messing with me all the time.
Correct.
Yeah, haunted house.
Bingo. That's been a loophole a lot of people have found. Hey, I'll just live in the haunted house and I'll travel the world. Fuck it. Hey, it's a stipulation. There you go. 2 more, my friend. Number 9. I'm out trick-or-treating. I come back home. I'm ready to devour some of that delectable sweet goodness. The one damn candy I better not find in my candy bag is
candy corn.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm not a big
those things are gross.
Candy corn. Hi, puppies. Candy corn. Yeah, they think so too. Candy corn and Tootsie Rolls. Those 2. Keep them. Keep them. I don't want them.
Yeah, and I'm not a big peppermint fan. So like the peppermint patties or anything like that. Nah, or like chocolate chip mint, the mint ice cream. Like none of that stuff does it for me.
Yeah, I don't go out of my way for it, but I'll eat like a nice peppermint patty after a big old meal. I enjoy, but yeah, I'm not every once in a while chocolate chip mint ice cream, but no, I don't go out of my way by any means. We didn't have this question the last time you were on. This has been a standing question now. We just change it up from time to time, but I'm excited to hear this has been the standing object, if you will. Number 10, if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, I would call it. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Nut cream.
Nut cream. Let's go. It's always the best question to finish off on, ladies and gentlemen. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter in Dick Doofusville, it would be called nut cream. The legendary Dr. Dick Doofus, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. We appreciate you, good sir. Thank you for sitting on the hot seat. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and insights on the space. We will always be big fans of you, all of the founders of Tribe Quokka and Tribe Quokka itself here at Diamond Hand Media Group. Anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you got to get out to all the Diamond Handers before we give away a kid courtesy of you that we also can't thank you enough. That's massive. And we get the hell out of here for the day.
Yeah, no, I got nothing else. Just appreciate you bringing me on. Can't wait to hang out with you tomorrow and Saturday. And you stay until Sunday or Monday?
Monday.
All right, sweet. So we got 3 full days where we can, get into a little bit of trouble and have a good time.
Trouble is my middle name. Oh shit, my mom's watching this show. I mean, I don't ever get in trouble. I never do anything wrong. Yeah, she knows that's not right.
I'm sure Mama Cap knows exactly.
But she also knows if I try to do anything wrong, I just always get in trouble. It just always happens. So I don't do it anymore. I just straight narrow down the line. But appreciate you, my man. You guys see it down there. Anybody watching live? Secret phrase of the day. The only way you can enter into the live door show giveaway of the day. No Twitter picker, no none of that. We pick it live on YouTube. You enter in hashtag Quack and Roll, going below Dick Doofus, going below me again, hashtag Quack and Roll. It's got to have the hashtag 2Ks, hashtag Quack and Roll. That will enter you in Daily Door Show giveaway of the day that we are picking for. Right? Oh, shit. Got to pull up the right screen. Guess it'd help if I have the right screen. Right now. All right. 23 entries so far. 25 people in the viewership. So it seems to me that some people haven't entered. So I'll give you a couple extra seconds as the latency picks up. And see, bang, there you go. There was your 2. I knew some people hadn't entered yet. People been trying to break the algorithm, Dick. they've been trying to figure out what the hell's going on and their best way that they can win. So we'll see if the kids who entered in last have a better chance, or maybe the people who enter in first have a better chance. Who's to say, who's to know? They've been trying to break the algorithm. Either way, now 27 entries. Wow. They've been waiting for a while. Here we go. 28. Holy cannoli. They're flowing in, Doc. Counting down from 5, from 4, from 3, 2, 1, a half, a quarter, a tenth, a hundredth, a thousandth, a millionth, a billionth. Son of a bitch, Cap. Just roll the damn thing. And roll. Familiar faces, familiar names. Who's it gonna be today? Ladies and gentlemen, going home with one Tribe Quokka Kid NFT is Jonathan Marconi. Shout out, Jonathan. Man, I could go to a better guy. We appreciate you, dude. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you were one of the first ones to like it when I posted on Twitter today. So shout out to you, usually from your kid's account, because your account's fucking up all the time. So I'm glad you're here. Obviously, loyal member of the Diamond Hand fam. Shout out, Jonathan. Send me a wallet address. I'll shoot it over to Doc. We'll just make it easier. He's got too much on his plate right now. We don't need him to be jacking around with DMs. He can barely answer my DMs as it is. That's why I got his phone number now. So, Doc, this is the last show of the week. No show tomorrow because I will be en route to Charleston, South Carolina. No show on Monday because I will be en route back to her. Are you ready to close it out with me the only way I know how?
Oh, wait. I want to record this.
Rock and roll.
I'm going to write it down so when you're not around, I can do it for you.
That's it. That's a wrap. Paper or plastic. Put a bow on that sumbitch. Episode number 92 of the Door Show is officially over. No mas, no more. It's time to get on up, get on out. But before we do, a couple of things I need to remind you. Number one, it is a terrific, nay, tremendous, nay, tremendous Thursday to be alive. The rest is up to me and the, and I'm choosing to push around some PLP. You see it in the coffee cup all day, but in case you don't know, that stands for peace, love, and positivity. For those of you that are new to this show or that acronym, and I humbly ask, you do the same. Maybe dash in a little bit of kindness as you go on about this Thursday as well. Why, you might be asking? Well, first of all, it's the old dark world we're living in. A lot of negativity and toxicity, and you can choose to be the light, the change that you want to see in this world. And it also costs 0 fiat, 0 ETH, 0 SOL, and 0 of any of them shit coins you care to be invested in right now, you doggone degen, to do so. My friends, I hope you have. The legendary Dr. Dick Doofus, a.k.a. Brett Somerville, hopes you have. ATERRIFIC. Rest of your Thursday, unless you have any other plans. And last but certainly not least, being that this show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, we ask that you remember that at DHM, we don't only hold, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. How's that for a recording and a half, baby? You think I do this for a living or something? Not even one mess up, flub up, or stutter in the whole damn thing. We'll catch you in the Discords. We'll catch you in the VCs. We'll catch you in the spaces. Remember, no show tomorrow or Monday. No lava and clams tomorrow or Monday. Don't be blowing up my phone thinking I done died or disappeared on all you guys. I didn't. I'm going to Charleston, South Carolina to hang out with that guy for Quokka Cup. It's about to be a blast. We'll be making boatloads of content. There'll be all types of video content in addition to everything I'm doing coming straight from my Twitter page. So lock in for that. Give the legend a follow. One more time, you'll see it at Dick_Doofus and your boy at Cap and Colt. Also follow at Respected Rhinos at the DHM group. Give us a subscription, a like, a share. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it. You guys could have been anywhere today, as Mr. Jeff Matthews always likes to say, but you chose to be right here with us. And for that, we are eternally grateful. We will catch you on the flip side, my friends. And as always, peace and love.